which then flows out of the tank and into a drain field. Terry Gibbs, senior educator with Michigan State University Extension, says moving less water through your system gives your tank more time to filter.
So conserve water, and one of the biggies is spacing out laundry during the week.
She says liquid detergent is best as powdered soaps can bind and become solid. How else can you help your system? Don't put toxic chemicals, medications, and antibacterial soap in, and keep an eye out for gurgling pipes, slow-running drains, and standing water around your tank. Current Cast, produced with Cornell's Atkinson Center for a Sustainable Future, supported by New York's Environmental Protection Fund and Sea Grant. Online at currentcast.org.
That's right, you're tuned in to 88.5 FM radio, the voice of Maui. Of course, this is the Motherhood. I'm your host, overworked and underpaid, pretty unappreciated. That's right, I'm the worst mom in America. I'm Allie B. Along my status, the other worst mom in America, Sarah Rodriguez.
Oh, hey!
You know, we're just tackling motherhood today on our show, here at 88.5 FM, KAKU, broadcasting out of downtown Kahului. You know, we want to thank our sponsor, of course, right off the bat. We want to thank Decine Air Conditioning at 808-276-2319. Man, we got a show for you moms today.
Yes.
I should have put our big banner up that says the Motherhood.
Oh, the Motherhood.
The Motherhood. It's right outside.
You should have.
I was thinking, you know, maybe we'll just use it as a lawn ornament this Christmas. Maybe
I haven't seen that. I thought you were going to take a picture of it and send it to me.
Oh, it's right out here.
Oh.
If you want to hang it on off of Hana Highway.
Yeah. We should hang it off of my balcony right off of Hana Highway.
Yeah. Motherhood.
Seriously?
With lights on it.
With Christmas lights.
And then we'll get a mic PA system and we'll give free parenting advice to everyone going up and down the Hana Highway.
This is genius. I have a karaoke machine. We can rig this to do that.
We could actually set up like a whole thing out right.
Do you know how hysterical that would be?
I know.
Can we do this? We always talk about the funny things we are going to do, and then we
do
never end up doing
them. No, but now
them.
we actually have to do them.
Yeah.
I also have this idea too that I wanted to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
You know, we got this new TV show. We have this new radio program here on our network called Drag Queen Diaries.
Yeah.
These drag queens are coming in full drag, and I was like, I don't look half as good as
You're
these.
like, I came to work in pajama pants.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's one of those. So what if the drag queens taught the moms how to become drag queens? They gave us a makeover, and then we had to go around and be queens and navigate the island for one day. We're talking about the Starbucks line, going to Target, but we have to be with the queen, and the queens are going to teach us like how to like be a queen.
This sounds like the best idea ever. We need to hire a camera guy.
Boy Valentine is totally down to work with us.
Boy Valentine, you're a genius. This is a great idea. Was this your idea?
This is my idea.
Oh, this is your idea.
So I'm thinking,
this is amazing.
For our Christmas kickoff of the YouTube channel that we've been working on for one day. You know, the thing is like, I was asking my daughter, I was like, hey, listen, you know, I really need your help here. And she says, oh, yeah, Mom, you know, I'm going to totally help you. And then like 8 o'clock, 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock last night, she's like, I don't know how to do this. And I was like, what? Why didn't you tell me this at like
just
7
set up a
in the
YouTube
morning?
account?
Yeah. Like,
you can just come over.
So I figured it out, like, for the most part. But, I mean... So today on our show, I'm wearing my pajamas today.
That's okay.
Because today's my son's birthday at his class, and I'm not there. My mom's there passing out cupcakes right now. Mm-hmm. You know, because it's like, you know, life just slaps you.
Yeah,
life 3 kids. Birthdays just hit you fast.
Oh, because it happens 3 times a year.
I know.
That's
and it's like
every 3 months.
It's a month apart.
Oh, that's even tougher.
Yeah, I know. So it's like a lot.
So it has to be like super even too, because they're like,
that was
just last month. I remember what you got. You know,
so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So we are going to talk celebrity news today. Yes. Also, the Time magazine came out with this whole article. I went everywhere looking for the magazine itself. Mm-hmm. They call it the Goddess Myth.
The goddess myth?
Yeah, it's basically the myth that all women kind of carry about childbirth and breastfeeding. It's like the disappointment level you felt like if you wanted to have a natural birth and you couldn't, or you wanted to breastfeed for a year and you couldn't. Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of like the myth. So we're going to break that down a little bit.
Ooh, that sounds very interesting.
That was interesting. And then,
yeah, I like that.
Heck, we can end with Thanksgiving because it's like
oh my gosh,
2 weeks away.
Oh my my gosh, it is.
I'm gonna have like 22 at my house.
You have 22 people coming to your Thanksgiving?
Yes. I just
Why?
counted. I had one
people,
extra, and then all of a sudden it turned into 20.
Is it going to be potluck style?
No.
Oh,
I'm going to do the cooking.
Oh, for 22 people, you're going to be slaves.
But I'm thinking I'm going to give a list to everyone and tell them to bring certain things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you should definitely have it like potluck style. Like I provide the turkey and like the stuffing.
No, because what if the people, they don't know how to cook and they start making like,
oh, gross.
They're cooking at their old
well,
house.
who are you inviting to your house? You're going to be all worried that there's snots in there.
Listen, Keith invites random people all the time. You never
know who's showing up.
You don't know.
That's
you do
true.
not know. So that's what we're going to do.
Wow.
So let's talk some celebrity news because there's so much crazy stuff happening right now. Okay, do you watch the TV show Shark Tank?
I think I've seen it maybe once. It's
it's like the people come on with a business idea and then they have all these like fancy like rich people who are like business moguls or whatever. Well, the one guy who's one of the guys on the panel, his name is Robert Hervik. He actually is being accused by his ex-girlfriend of rape. And we're talking like he took her to an underground like sex club and he wanted her to like watch him like hook up with another chick. And when she was like, no, I'm not going to do it, he slammed her on the table and then like forced her.
At the place?
Yeah.
With people around?
Then a couple years later, he did it again in front of people. And then the next day choked her out and did it again. So here she's claiming.
This man's raping people like in front of
Oh yeah, her
parties?
name is Danielle Veznova.
Oh,
she filed a lawsuit hours after he filed a lawsuit against her. He filed first because he's so big and rich and like, I can't let this happen. But apparently this happened in 2015. And he says that she's extorting him for $3 million or $30 million.
Whoa.
I'm just like, why is this chick hanging out after the first time?
Right, exactly. After he rapes you one time, like, don't go to the same spot again.
When a guy takes you to a sex club, like, you're like, where are we going?
Yeah. A sex club.
Are we going to go to Dave & Buster's?
What's going to happen at the sex club?
Actually, we're going to go to this underground club. You're like, okay. And then when you get there, like, everyone's naked. You're like, hold on a second.
Yeah, right?
Where's everybody's clothes at?
Oh.
Okay, so Kevin Spacey, he was also within this whole thing, you know what I mean? Because his kids came out and said that, he tried to take advantage of him. Well, he got fired from his role on this movie that he just wrapped. It's called All the Money in the World is the name of the movie. He finished filming it. It's supposed to air on December 22nd. The director said, you're fired. Actually is going to refilm all of his scenes, which took about 8 to 10 days. And they have another actor coming in, Matt Damon. Everybody's on board with it.
What?
Yep. And they're just going to redo it. And he's not in the movie anymore. Like, done. Yeah.
Wow.
So you done.
Wow.
Done.
You done, son.
How about this story? Another one that I thought was interesting. Now, what would you do if your husband caused you to go to jail for like a year?
Ooh, depending on, what did your husband do?
He got busted for fraud. Like he signed people's names for business deals to get you money and then was like, oops, just kidding. So what if he caused you to go to jail for a year and your mom died in the process of you going to jail for a year? And then he had to go to jail after. Would you stay with him?
No.
And would you like get out of jail and then stay with him the 5 years he's in jail?
No way.
No way, right?
No way.
Well, Teresa Giudice, she's from the Housewives of New Jersey. Her husband did this to her. He basically embezzled a bunch of money, like signed all these contracts with his business partner's name. And she ended up having to go to jail for a year. And then he has to go to jail for 5 years.
Wait, how did she get in the mix? Like, he's the one writing all the stuff.
Because they're married.
No, that's so unfair.
Oh, yeah. No, it's, yeah. And
did she know that it was happening?
She's saying that she had no idea that she was signing the papers too, like because she thought that's what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, she's probably like, okay, right. I don't know what's going on. Sure.
She goes to jail for a year. She comes out of jail. Her mom dies, gets pneumonia, dies. Now her husband's in jail for 5 years. What do? Do you stay with him or not?
No.
Well, she's saying he better come out a changed man, or she's done. Which I have been waiting for her to say for a long time. Because I don't think that I could. Well, I don't know. It depends. Like, I have been with my husband for a long time. So if he went to jail for 5 years, I'd be like,
I'll wait.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's one thing if he did it behind her back, then it would be like, no way, I'm not gonna be with you. But if she knew about it and she was like, oh, maybe
well, she was on the Housewives, like counting cash.
Yeah.
Like, we buy everything with cash. I'm like, oh
Really?
my god, no, you
she knew then. She knew.
She was playing
She knew.
stupid.
Well, then, if that's the case, and if I knew it was like, like a Bonnie and Clyde thing going on, then I would probably wait it out.
Yeah, but that her mom died, and that changed everything for her, because then she was like, I lost the last year of my mom's life. And she was like close to her mom or whatever.
Ooh, that's tough.
So that's kind of messed up.
Oh, that's real messed up.
You know who's another creepy guy in Hollywood? You wouldn't even be shocked if I told you this. Steven Seagal.
Really?
You don't think that the leather pants gave it away in the ponytail? Apparently, Porta Rossi, she's an actress. She says that he tried to put her on the old casting couch a few years ago, saying that we need to have some real chemistry to work together. And I was like, well,
how many guys have probably tried to do that?
You know what I mean? This is like a Hollywood thing. This is my question.
Let's rehearse our scene, our sex scene.
So my question is this. Now, all these women are coming out in Hollywood saying that this happened, that these guys persuaded them to do these things because their careers were at risk. Does that say a lot for women? Because we're actually willing to be raped for our career, and not, like, we don't care about ourselves enough.
That's horrible.
Like, you're like, my career or myself. My career.
It's just my body.
Yeah, I need that money. And then like 10 years later, you're like, but that really bothered me. It's like, what are you doing?
Oh,
like,
seriously though. Yeah.
I've had some guys do some really creepy stuff to me, but like I told them right away.
Yeah, I've been like, right. Well, I remember I told you last week about the foot fetish thing that I almost got into.
I had it worse.
Yeah. Oh, what's worse than foot fetish?
When I was 19, a guy gave me a huge bottle of like hard liquor and like a toy. Like in the same box.
What? You're like, thank you?
Like, what am I...
And was there any like what did he say?
Am I supposed to pour this on it?
Are there instructions in here?
Is this a flavored sucker? Is this a flask? It's supposed to look like a flask. I don't know.
Yeah. What did he say to that? Like, you can't just give that in, like, no explanation.
Like, I just like left, and then he ended up breaking my windows out on my car.
Oh God!
Or no,
Not
it wasn't good.
Of a guy, huh?
You know what? Speaking of creepy guys, another creepy guy. I mean, these creepy guys.
Oh, creepy guys are all over the woodwork.
Poor Carrie Cruz. You know, the black guy. He was in White Chicks, and he was in love with the girl, and then he sings the song.
Wait, is that one
the
of the
piano.
Waynes? Oh, the big guy. The
Yeah.
super muscular, funny guy. Yeah.
Well, guess what? He filed a lawsuit this morning in Hollywood against a Hollywood movie agent that worked for Motion Pictures Group. And apparently this guy groped him at a party like a year ago, a Hollywood party, in front of his own wife.
A year ago. I don't understand why these things come like a year later and you're like, I'm still pissed off about that.
I think his wife.
I'm still like, and she was like, let's do it.
She was like,
finally, everybody's
we're gonna nail him to the coffin. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's filing this lawsuit against this guy. His name is Adam Vinnett. Yeah, so I feel bad for him. O.J. Simpson called Chloe when he got out of jail.
What?
Well, it's always been speculation.
Yeah,
that's
her
her dad.
Yeah, he had to call his daughter when he got out of jail.
He said, like, look, my number one priority was calling you and your brother.
And your brother. Dun, dun, dun.
Right?
Whoa.
I mean, she does look a little different than the other
ones.
And
then so does the boy, too, Rob. He kind of looks a little different, too. Them two look a little different.
Isn't it kind of creepy? I mean, you gotta kind of give it to Chris. She banged it out with her husband's body, and then she had her husband represent him in jail for killing somebody else.
And all that stuff that lady does, it's like all like premeditated.
Then karma came back, and then her new husband turned to a woman.
Yeah, that's karma right there.
You know what I mean? Because that's not cool.
That's
I don't think that's very cool at all.
No.
Jim Carrey. Oh, this one was a good one. Letters from the Grave. Now, you remember his ex-girlfriend died last year of a drug overdose?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they've been doing a little investigation. and they were looking on her iPad when they found a little letter that she wrote to somebody, to a makeup artist, that basically saying that she was a really happy person before she met him, and he gave her herpes and HPV. Herpes and HPV, I believe it was. Yeah, and then she was saying,
was that like cancer, like cervical cancer?
No,
right?
maybe HPV. Maybe I'm saying the wrong. I know it was herpes, and it was some other kind of like sexually transmitted disease.
That's with like a bunch of letters.
Yeah, and so she was like, you think it's like nothing, but it can really mess a chick's life up. You know what I mean?
It can ruin somebody.
Yeah.
Your body is like
well,
messed up for life.
He's coming back with the old, this is defamation against my character. I'm like, look, the guy's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, it does make sense. He is a little weird.
He's totally weird. I saw that like interview with him, and he I forgot what it was. It was like maybe a month ago, and he was saying some strange things in his interview. Like, it didn't really make sense. Yeah. It was all about Hollywood people, we don't matter, and blah, 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 blah. But it was super.
He was over here on Maui acting a little kind of. Oh, no, actually, everyone said he was cool, but he was acting a little
like
weird.
Just a little weird.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird. I don't know.
I still like him.
So we're hanging out here in the Motherhood, and we're talking about celebrity news and all kinds of. We have so much more to go over. So when we come back from the break, we're going to keep talking about what we're talking about, and you want to keep it locked into us here at 88.5 FM Radio, the voice of Maui. We'll be right back.
Hola, soy Miriam Laraway, en Conexión Latina, donde viajaremos por cada uno de nuestros países. Recorreremos su rica herencia y tradiciones. Un programa ameno y lleno de cultura, con segmentos de importancia para nuestra comunidad. Sintoniza KAKU y conéctate en Conexión Latina a través de La Voz de Maui 88.5 FM.
KAKU would like to thank the underwriters and sponsors that make the Voice of Maui possible.
Doorway into Light is a nonprofit organization on Maui. We operate Hawaii's only nonprofit funeral home and its only certified green funeral home. Since 2006, Doorway into Light has been supporting the dying and their families and offering community presentations and workshops throughout Hawaii and the mainland.
Please support the businesses that, through their generous donations, empower free speech in the Maui community. Elevate your Thursday nights with KAKU Upstairs, a free salon series featuring speakers, screenings, workshops, and more. On October 26th, come enjoy a discussion about current food programs and what steps are being taken to incorporate agriculture and nutritional education in schools. Seating is limited, so call 871-5554 or email info@akaku.org to reserve your seats for KAKU Upstairs.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives.
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies.
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Oh, that's right. We're back at the Motherhood. Of course, I'm Allie B and Sarah Rodriguez, and we're here at the Motherhood talking about, everything from pregnancy to graduation. Of course, with the sense of humor. We like to laugh about motherhood because motherhood is quite laughable.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Of course, you guys can follow us on Instagram, Facebook,
and now YouTube.
On YouTube, you guys can listen to us on iTunes. You guys can listen to us on SoundCloud.
Oh,
wait, yeah,
wow,
SoundCloud.
Wow,
yeah, that's the one. There's lots of things that you can listen to us. And now we are uploading videos to our YouTube channel. So you can watch us over and over again because, that's your most favorite thing to do ever. Yep. So another story in Hollywood, I thought this one was hilarious. Mm-hmm. This one was good. Mariah begs Britney Spears to be her trainer.
Ooh.
She's like, listen, Britney, you're so beautiful.
No, wait. Darling.
She's like, I'm tired of wearing this lingerie all day and laying like this. So I'd like to fly on my private jet like this all the way to your house where I'm going to exercise with high heels on. So basically, she met Brittany at this like event and was like, "Listen, you have to train me. You look great. I'll fly. I'll get a private jet to wherever you go." Why doesn't she just
hire Brittany's trainer?
Well, Brittany was like, "No."
Because
she's like, weird. "I don't want to like train you." Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I think that's me.
Yeah, I think it is because I kept looking. Oh no, maybe it's me. It's me.
Oh, it's just us.
It's just us.
That's just us.
Yeah, that would be really weird. She's like, I don't need like the money to train Mariah Carey. Why would I do that?
Yeah. I don't know.
She was like,
you know what she said? I don't want to be responsible for her. And because she's such a diva, like who would want to actually train her?
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know if I could hang out with Mariah Carey.
After seeing her show, I used to always like Mariah Carey. Know, and then I saw her show and I was like, Mariah.
She teaches those people, like she has them hold her drink.
Yeah, like, she's ridiculous.
No wonder why you're fat, girl, because you can't hold your damn soda up.
I liked her back when she was like, sweet in the 80s with curly hair.
She was like
she was
like a car alarm in the 90s.
Yeah, she was great in the 90s.
When she was submissive to her abusive husband.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, she was with her record producer, remember?
Oh my God.
He was like 3 times older than her. That's right. Yeah, and he like held her like captive for years.
And I think made her produce good music.
And that's probably why she just is stuck wearing lingerie, because
she was so used to wearing it.
She was like, "Oh, I'll just wear the same thing." You know, it's like the mom pants, like yoga pants. You just get stuck wearing the same thing every day. You're like,
You're like, it's just
it's my negligence.
It's just Walmart. It's just Target. It's just work.
Your kids, do your kids feel weird at some point? You know what I mean? My kids feel weird if I wear certain things. Like,
really? Well, I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Okay,
so listen to this story. A mom is facing some jail time for refusing to vaccinate her son. How do you like that? A Michigan mom of all, has 1 week to get her 9-year-old son vaccinated, or she faces jail time after an Oakland County judge sided with the father.
Wow.
Yep. Even though she did her homework and she's a mother of 2, she educated herself on choosing the waivers available under the Michigan state law, which allow for you to exempt your vaccination based on your religious, personal, and medical beliefs. Wow. But she's still facing jail time.
That's really messed up.
That is messed up.
That is so messed up. And I think in Michigan you have to have to get into the schools too, right? Like the elementary schools, you have to get like your shots.
Pretty much like every state is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, like I agree. Like if you don't want to give your kid shots, like that's cool or whatever. But I guess non-shots and shots should be together. Like because you don't want the kids with non-shots. It could get sick.
Yeah.
To get.
But the
I don't know. But ain't that what the shot's for?
Well, exactly. So if you got the shots, then you got nothing to worry about. Who cares if the kid next to you didn't get his shots?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's stupid.
Any sense.
How about this story? This story was really creepy. A sexual harassing calls were made to new moms in an Arkansas hospital, the police say. What? On October 25th, the Jonesboro police were notified that someone was calling labor and delivery. Now, the labor and the delivery call was being transferred directly into a mother's new room. So the mother answers the phone. The guy says, "I work for Playtex. We make baby products and whatever." So he starts to interview her. He gets her phone number, her address, and then asks her bra size. What? And then continues on to ask her if she's wearing panties.
What?
And that's when she hung up.
Yeah, she's like, "Well, I just had a baby, so I got these like weird,
I got those
like, stretchy things on. I don't know if you would really consider them panties.
They're like boar shorts, mesh a little bit, right? So then he kept calling, and the nurse finally said, like, I'm a staff, and so he hung up. So I guess they're investigating that.
That is so bizarre. What a great story, though, for like.
First of all,
for the mom,
I'm like, I'm so drugged up right now. Like, who are you? Right? Playtex? Isn't that the tampon company? Ain't that the tampon company? I'm like, I'm kind of stupid, but
that would be so confusing.
Playtex bottles and tampons.
Yeah, you're like, wait, what?
Okay, how about this? So Us Weekly. They did this article. Moms get real. This mom gets real about marriage. Sometimes I want to give up. Whitney Fleming, a mother of 3. She's a blogger. She's 44 years old. She writes, Sometimes I want to leave. It's too frustrating. She wants to leave her husband because he gets frustrated fast and he looks at the world different. And she says, so she goes on to say, to keep herself from wanting to leave her husband, this is like the dumbest thing ever. She writes, each time I look at photos of us, it reminds me of what we've overcome. The pain, miscarriages, infertility, death, illnesses. It's endured by only grasping each other tightly. The sight of us touching reminds me of how just simply grabbing my hand used to take my breath away, and still does upon occasion. I was like, wait. Well, she just looked at a picture of her husband. It makes her not want to leave him. But then she just remembered like 20 crappy things.
All the horrible things, the deaths, this and this.
So this is what women are reading, which is going to get us to the next topic that we're talking about. But we have one more funny story. I think. Oh no, we have a couple. Okay. Oh, Kelly Clarkson. She just thinks she's super sexy now that she had a baby, but whatever. Tiffany Amber Thiessen isn't going to be having any more kids. She's 43. She says, my poor husband hasn't touched my boobs in 6 years. I feel bad for him. Oh. And how's this? Alec Baldwin's having a fourth child? Is he like 500?
Alec Baldwin's having a kid?
Yeah. Alec Baldwin. So where are we at? So, okay, Time Magazine did this whole article in October. It was the October edition. I went looking for it everywhere, and then I ended up at a bar drinking... Well, okay, so I ended up going looking for this. We went looking for the Time Magazine, and we couldn't find it. And then Teet's like, "You want to go to this place over here?" And then we didn't get any service, and we drank one beer, and then we went home. So I never got the magazine itself, but I did read the article, and they were talking about this whole goddess myth. And they're talking about how the vision of perfect motherhood hurts moms.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Mothers are supposed to be all about love and joy. So why are so many moms feeling so bad about themselves? So they did like this survey of 913 moms through SurveyMonkey. And they found that half of all moms experienced regret, shame, guilt, or anger. Duh. Mostly due to unexpected complications and lack of support when it came to having their baby.
Okay, yep.
More than 70% of those moms felt pressured to do things a certain way. And more than half of them said natural birth was extremely to very important. Natural birth.
That was very important?
Yeah, no, it was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how important it was to you.
You know, it was important until I was starting to have contractions. And they got really bad. And then I was like, screw the pregnant or the labor plan or whatever.
Like, this is not important. This is not important.
Yeah, but it was before.
What they said, and it's true, they said yet 43% ended up needing drugs or an epidural out of those women that wanted to do it naturally. And 22% of those women ended up having an unplanned C-section.
So they're planning to do it natural, then a C-section.
Yeah,
wow,
but I'm saying. So I guess they're saying that like a lot of moms really feel this pressure. Like, and I don't know if I necessarily had that because I had a C-section. Like they told me like as soon as I got pregnant, they're like, "Oh, your back is crooked, girl."
Yeah, I think it's like where you're at. Like on Maui, especially like KAKU 88.5, like everybody's having their babies up in bathtubs and stuff.
You know, I know, and that's a new thing.
Yeah, but then like you go to like my hometown, like. Everybody has their baby at a hospital and nobody ever thinks, nobody asks. I was actually asked at the Haiku grocery store when I was pregnant, are you going to have your baby at home?
And you're like,
and I was like, no, I'm having it in a hospital. Like,
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm too scared to do that.
Having a C-section, having a home birth have the equal amount of risks.
A C-section in a home? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
really?
because you think about it. Because there so many bad things could happen in your home and you're far away from the hospital, right? So, I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting. They also said that breastfeeding women, like almost all of them planned to breastfeed for like a year and only 20% of them were successful.
I could see that, yeah.
Could you see that?
Yeah. Some ladies, like literally their nipples like aren't good for breastfeeding.
Right.
Like, my sister's was like, mine's like inverted. Like,
right,
she's like,
that's true.
They cannot actually latch onto it. She's like, and
that's true. And women are super judgy. They're like, oh, you're not breastfeeding,
right?
Oh my god. It's like you're giving your kid gasoline or something. I'm like, listen, I had 3 kids. I was only successful once out of all 3. So
yeah, sometimes it's easy for people. Sometimes it's like literally impossible.
Society in general is causing women to be super like overwhelmed with this kind. But I just want to remind people of like how childbirth kind of came about, because it's like here we're putting this like
all this pressure
on ourselves to have a baby a certain way. But like, you know, I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. If the baby gets here, like, you did good.
You had
your baby, like, you did good. You got through it.
You were pregnant for 9 months. What was not being? You know what I mean? It's like the same thing. Yeah. It's just like how the baby came here.
Exactly. It's just
did you take
different.
A bus or a plane?
Exactly.
You still showed up.
Got out. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, back in the day, like women were standing on a stool to give birth. You know, and then a brick went to a stool went to a bench, a squatting bench. At one point, we had to make cakes. You remember that? The groaning cake.
No, I don't know what this cake is.
Oh, you made a cake back in the biblical times.
What?
So that you could not have pain. Because, you know, if you were making a cake, you wouldn't be thinking about...
Where did you get this from?
No, it's true. Yeah, it's very true. I'm telling you. It's literally
when
the
you're
truth.
going to have a baby, you make a cake.
Yeah, they called it the groaning cake. You can look it up.
Do you eat it afterwards? Or, like, is it just for... like, what? I don't understand.
I don't know what's going on your lower half when you're making the cake with your upper half, but I'm thinking I probably don't want to eat that cake after. Oh my God, here at the Motherhood, we're just having a good old time talking about mom stuff. It's 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and continue talking about this whole, the goddess myth about childbirth and pregnancy and breastfeeding. And then we'll go on to talk about a little bit about Thanksgiving. So we'll be right back.
KAKU 88.5 FM is your Maui community station. The Voice of Maui features great local programming from people like...
Soy Miriam Laraway y te invito a que me acompañes cada viernes a escuchar un programa lleno de diversión, entretenimiento y mucha información. Conexión Latina, 88.5 FM.
Latino Connection, Fridays at noon. KAKU 88.5. The Voice of Maui.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with cancer? According to American Cancer Society, an average of 19 people a day are diagnosed with cancer in Hawaii. Pacific Cancer Foundation is a nonprofit organization that provides free support services for Maui's cancer community. Visit our website for a list of programs or to make a donation. We are all in this together. Call today, 242-7661, or visit our website, pacificcancerfoundation.org.
Funding for the Voice of Maui, KAKU, is provided in part by Maui Toyota, located at 320 Hana Highway in Kahului. New Toyota and Scion and pre-owned vehicle sales and service. For information, call 877-2781 or online at maui-toyota.com. If you're a business interested in underwriting programming on 88.5, please call 871-5554 or email us at radio@akaku.org.
They say that car crashes happen in slow motion. The reality is that crashes happen fast. There's no time to think and no time to check if your child is in the right car seat. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your kids in the right seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Get more info at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Oh my gosh, Motherhood. We just have so many great ideas here at our Motherhood.
Seriously, we're cracking up over here with our ideas.
Oh my gosh. If you have any great ideas for us, you can call us live on the radio, or you can actually text us right now.
Oh my
I believe
gosh.
if you text us at 873-3435, we can find out what you're saying right here on my little screen.
What? Please, somebody text
I know, right? Tell us what you think,
Yeah.
about what we're doing here. Of course, you guys...
Oh, did we give them on the number?
Yeah, 873-3435. Now, of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We tell you we do the live stream. We're on iTunes, all of that. So please give us a follow, a like, a click, a what's up. We're talking about childbirth. Okay, because, we got this goddess myth, and these women are putting these expectations on themselves to have this perfect labor, perfect pregnancy, perfect. And I'm like, you know what? It's really not that perfect.
Nope.
Like, no one told me it was going to really suck that bad.
See, my sister warned me, and I was like, you're exaggerating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
she was like, okay, all right.
You know what I mean? The thing is
I
that
warned you.
As much as we complain about childbirth, that's not even the hardest part about being a mom. That's just like the first day.
Exactly. That's that's easing into motherhood.
Yeah.
It's giving birth.
I mean, we're going down the list. We went from giving birth on a brick to giving birth on a stool. Heck, at one point we got to drink while we were having babies. So that would have been like perfect. Like,
I would like
it was
that.
like Taco Tuesday. What would baby like birthing Saturday? I don't know, like we're like Wet Wednesday. Oh, let's go have
baby and a beer. Baby and a beer.
They got married. Some people in South Africa tribe, they actually got married during childbirth only. Had to do it that moment.
Wow, you can only be married if you're gonna have a kid. With
you
someone.
like hate him in that moment. Exactly. You're like, sure. I'll do your laundry.
I do. Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah, of course, we had the birthing cake. We talked about that.
So
we did that.
Ew.
Oh, you know what? One point in history, in the 20th century, in the early part of the 20th century, there was no hand washing before giving birth.
Ew.
Hands all up in it. Dirty old nothing. No hand sanitizer, no rubbing alcohol.
Well, that's
no
probably
bleach.
why so many women got infected and died. In childbirth.
The average age for women back then was 48. That's crazy, right?
Oh man, could you imagine like getting pregnant and you're like kind of like a death sentence?
Speaking of death sentence, number 8 was they made out wills when they were expecting. Yep, it says finding out you were pregnant came with a real risk of death. Many women right up to through the Victorian ages made their wills as soon as they realized they were pregnant.
Wow, could you imagine?
You're like, you could get my radio.
Right.
You can have my shoes. You can have my baby.
You can have my corset.
You can have my third born. No, wait, maybe you didn't even have a third born. You were lucky, right?
That's crazy.
I know. I did this whole research for a show a while ago. And I was pretty interested in it.
This is really good stuff.
Yeah, number 9 was pain was considered a sign from God. Oh, this was a great one. Did you know the OBGYN board was actually made up of a bunch of men that believed that the women were due to feel pain because Eve took a bite from the forbidden apple?
Yes, I've heard that before.
Yes, and so they should have to suffer through childbirth.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? What were we thinking about that apple when you were like looking at me with a little twinkle in your eye last night and you were like, hey girl,
right?
You want to come over to my bed? Because you know they all slept in twin beds. Yeah, right. Come on over to my twin.
Let's scoot them together.
Let's scoot them together with a little thing they used to put. Yeah. It's like slides. I don't know. That's horrible.
Oh man.
And back in the day, they didn't even catch your baby when your baby came out. It just fell on the floor.
No.
Like you had leaves and stuff.
I'm gonna crack a baby's head.
I know. And so now you have all these vloggers, bloggers, and all these women that are talking about these natural births where, I did it like just so amazing. And so like we're like at home, we're like, oh, it's supposed to be like this. Yeah. Like I watched The Baby Story. Do you remember that on TLC?
Oh yeah, I watched that all the time when I was pregnant.
Yeah. And it was like all these stories. Oh, they're so great. They had and then I'm like, why?
I used to watch the birthing like right before I had Coco of like the home births and stuff like that, and the women would be like naked, like meditating.
Did you feel good?
Like, and I was like, that's how I want to be like, all like mystical as I'm having like a baby. No, that's not how
Did you feel like after you had your baby, like, okay, everything went pretty good? Or were you like, oh, okay, well, I didn't plan that?
I was kind of like, it's out, and it's out, like, sweet. It's finally out. I don't care.
You're like, I don't care how you got here.
Mm-hmm.
You're here.
Yep.
I know that's kind of how I felt too. I don't know. I guess like after the first time, I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if I could have a natural birth. But then I thought, well, why the heck would I want to do that?
Right.
I don't know.
Do you know that they sometimes do a tummy tuck with C-sections? Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard people joking about it, like, don't forget to tighten it up down there.
No, like, I've heard women say that they actually have had tummy tucks after a C-section. The doctor was like, do you want a tummy tuck
yeah.
as you got your C-section?
Where is my C-section doctor with my tummy tuck? That's what I want.
Come out looking like really,
what about breastfeeding? Did you feel pressure? Oh, yeah, you could never get your kid off of the boob.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah.
She was just like on the boob forever. You were over here trying to get her off. Mm-hmm. Like, you weren't even that girl. Like, how do I get the breastfeed?
No. She latched on right away.
And then that was it.
For 2 years. Over 2 years. Mm-hmm. I think I breastfed her for 2 years and like 3 months. Mm-hmm. Finally, I was just like, they broke.
Yes, some people are complaining that it didn't go as planned or they gave in. They say they gave in to their body. I'm like,
they gave in?
Yeah, it's like, also, I mean, they say, like, okay, these women in particular are saying that it's the literature they read and, like, all that says that it's supposed to be this way. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really just kind of been engraved in us.
Yeah.
Like, through years. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, since, like, our parents,
What, to breastfeed?
Yeah, to breastfeed and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Well,
you have to do it this way.
Breast is breast. Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
But, not all of it. Like, there's so many reasons why you can't. Mm-hmm. I mean, breastfeeding is such a commitment.
Oh my gosh.
You just have to basically sit down for 2 years straight. You can't do anything.
Seriously.
You're just breastfeeding all the time.
Your boob like pops out all the time.
Yeah, and then
they're all like, they got a mind of their own.
And then you're on sensory overload, so you don't want anyone to touch you. So you're like, sex? You're like, no, not today. I've been like this all day. Why do I want to be detached from that and then attached back by someone else? Like,
I finally felt like I was like, I got my life back after she stopped breastfeeding.
Right?
Because it takes over your life.
And some people's they're actually breastfeeding their kids to death. Because remember, we've talked about some of these articles are coming out where women are trying to breastfeed and they just don't have the supply and their kids are getting malnourished.
Oh.
I'm like, what the?
Wow, that's sad.
Gosh,
Wow, yeah.
I figured I was like, kind of trying to cheat. I was like, how can I get her to sleep a little longer? Like, breastfeed, and then maybe I'll put a little oatmeal or like the rice cereal in a little formula and then give that too until she's like drunk from food.
No, I would do that too. I'd be so tired in the morning and be like, just say that. Just go 10 more minutes.
I would say
for 10 more
that
minutes.
would probably be the only benefit to breastfeeding that I liked was being able to roll over and feed instead of having to get up and do this.
Oh, yeah.
And then be like coherent.
Yeah. Oh, we would just pass right back out. She'd wake up and it'd be like, that's fine. Come over here. Let's go back to bed.
I know, right?
So that, in that sense, at night times, it made it so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Thanksgiving,
okay.
shall we?
Oh, Thanksgiving. Wow. Yeah, that's
2 weeks away, people.
2 weeks away.
Have you gotten your free turkey?
I haven't gotten my turkey yet. I usually do ham.
Do you?
I like me some ham.
Really?
Yeah.
Ham is not Christmas?
I usually do it on... No, actually, I think we do steak. We usually do steak on Christmas.
Oh, you do prime rib.
Oh, see, I don't like prime rib.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like prime rib?
What? I don't really like the prime rib. Yeah.
I like some horseradish.
I do like some horseradish.
I eat a jar a week.
Are you serious? Oh, you have like steak every night, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The other day my daughter brought us home dinner. I was like...
Aww.
I was like, what?
Sweet.
I was like, what? Girl, are you crazy? So here, I was reading the internet.
Crazy.
I was reading the internet and I was like, Thanksgiving's coming and I'm going to have a whopping 22 at my house. I'm having a girlfriend of mine that I knew for years. She has 3 kids. Mm-hmm. I think her parents are coming because they were like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I was like, come over. Yeah. And then it was going to be me and my parents, my kids, and then Uncle Johnny, of course, and like a couple uncles. Fun. So now it's going to be a lot of uncles.
Oh, 22 though. So what all the fixings are you going to make?
This is the thing. It's like, what do you do, right? So I'm reading the internet and I'm like, what? Oh, I was like, look at this list of how to have a stress-free Thanksgiving.
What is this list? What is exactly on this list?
I was like, oh, let's see what this list. Delegate cooking to who? You gotta really be careful on Thanksgiving because you don't want like your creepy like cousin that has like lives in a trailer.
Ew,
they don't like do their dishes that much. Yeah, and they're like they like lost a nail. Oh, I lost my fingernail in there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no.
Delegating cooking can be working your your behalf.
Maybe in your own kitchen. If it's in your own kitchen, like delegate, like, okay, you got potatoes.
I can't delegate anything to my kids on a regular day.
No, not
Thanksgiving. I don't know. I wouldn't even want my kids to touch my Thanksgiving food. Like, Thanksgiving's like a super, like, you don't want someone to mess that up.
No. Thanksgiving meal is a big deal. Like, I would be so mad. Slaving away all day and something comes out like really crappy,
but then
and you're like,
they come with like a warm salad that's supposed to be cold. It's like, like that weird fruit salad that has all that creepy marshmallows in it.
Yeah, I know
like,
exactly.
Here, eat it. You're like, no. What about this one? Make a list. I make like lists all day, and I never remember them. Yeah. I'm like, there's a list here, a list here, a list here, and then I'm like, what is this?
That's why you need to make a list and then take a picture.
I'm like reading the list. I'm like, I don't even know what I said. I was like, what? I'm like confused. Prep the day before.
Prep the day. Actually, I do that. I prep the day before. Do you have you don't prep the day before?
I have 3 kids. Prep. I'm like prep. I'm running around till 8:30 the night before. I'm like, oh my god, I still need to brine my turkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not always that easy.
I like to do all the chopping, like all the chopping stuff done the night before. Cool. So then it's all just like sautéing it then and throwing it in. And
I've done that. Like I'm pretty good at Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm smoking my turkey this year. Normally, emu it.
Right. Wait, what's emu?
Yeah, when you put like the pig in the ground.
Oh, wow, you do that?
Girl, every year.
How do you do that?
Every year. I brine my turkey for a whole day before, and then I take wet banana leaves. I do a dry pork rub, like I'm going to do a Kahlua pork, and I wrap it in the banana leaves, and then you have to do it in like 20 layers of tin foil. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like crazy to do it.
Wow.
But it's totally worth
impressed.
it.
I'm impressed, Allie.
Yeah, you should do it. And a lot of the canoe clubs do it. So it's pretty easy, I think, to get a hold of.
The canoe clubs.
Yeah, the canoe clubs do it for like a fundraiser. Like, hey, $10, and then you pick it up the next morning. So then all you have to do is your sides, and then because you give it the night before, so at like 6 o'clock, and then you wake up. It's 5 in the morning. Pick it up, and your turkey is done.
This is amazing.
Fall off the bone, good.
This is amazing.
I know.
Canoe clubs? Oh, who are you? How do I get a hold of you?
I'll get you the information.
I want to know
that you
this.
need. Yeah, I know. Here at the Motherhood, we are just talking about Thanksgiving, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some more Thanksgiving and give you some more information about some cool activities that are happening on this island, and then whatever else we want to talk about. Whatever else we want to talk about, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here, 88.5 FM, the voice of Maui.
Funding for KAKU, the voice of Maui, is provided in part by DeKind Air Conditioning and Heating, located in Kihei. New unit sales and service on most makes and models. Call 808-276-2319 or email dekindhvac@yahoo.com. If you are a business interested in underwriting programming on 88.5, please call 871-5554 or email us at radio@akaku.org.
The Maui Youth Now Show, focusing on youth culture today. This weekly half-hour show is produced by and created for youth, taking the pulse of youth culture from an island perspective. Watch local news, current events, fun challenges, trending videos, game reviews, and learn about other youth in your community. Join us Tuesdays at 5 p.m. on a KAKU Blue 55 or catch us on Vimeo.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Killer Carol.
Yeah, Tony Midnight.
A Friday Night Friday. You can catch us here on 88.5, the voice of Maui, KKU, 8 p.m. every Friday night.
Wow, dude, you're pretty awesome.
And
you can watch us on Channel 55 of KAKU Blue at midnight on Friday.
Really?
Yes.
They can actually watch us?
They can watch us.
Sweet.
Awesome.
So keep along right here on KKU 88.5, the voice of Maui.
Oh my gosh, we're just over here just thinking of all kinds of amazing ideas, because that's what we do here at the Motherhood.
Yeah, right, we talk about it, we don't actually do it.
Well, that's the thing about being moms, duh.
Yeah, you gotta plan.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a full week of school next week.
Yeah, next week is a full.
I know. There has not been a full week in like a minute. It's been like a day here and a day there.
Yeah, but my toddler, she's only goes to school for like 2.5 hours though, which
that's okay.
But
you
we
bring
should
her
have
over
a
to my
slumber
house.
party.
You gotta bring her over to my house because I got that 18-year-old thing.
Oh, the 18-year-old.
She likes them little kids too.
Oh, she's good. I
she's
bet
like,
she's good. Oh my gosh, yes. Well, or we could have a slumber party at my house, either on the weekends, kid-free, or during the week. You bring Kamali over. She plays with Coco.
I know. It's so worth it. Oh my God.
We need to get some stuff filmed.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
What
are you planning?
You know, I it's 2 weeks away, so I haven't even started thinking about it.
You're not prepping.
I maybe the week before. I mean, the day before. I think I'm gonna cut myself
This list also says that you should clean as you go, which I think
I typically do.
Most instances, I do clean as I'm going. I'm like, what do they think I'm gonna do?
Yeah, because then it's piled up, and then what are you gonna do?
What do you suggest, paper or glass?
If you are gonna have 22 paper. Yeah, for sure. For like a more intimate Thanksgiving.
My husband is gonna get all like, I need China.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a China guy.
I guess so. Yeah, he is on the holidays. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, prep before company. Prep for your company beforehand.
What do you mean?
I'm like,
prep
well,
for
yeah,
company?
we already frantically cleaning our house already because you people are gonna come over. I'm like, I'm organizing my panty drawer and no one's even gonna open it. And I'm like, oh my God, they might see. They might just open my drawer. Like the weirdest things you clean before people come over. Like
it's
you're
so
like,
true. I always end up like moving the couches and cleaning behind it. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way they're ever gonna know.
They're gonna
that
scoop
there
my
are
couch out. They're like,
Cheetos.
look, I can't sit on this sofa.
Nope, there's rice behind there.
Yeah, right. You know, when I met my husband, I thought it was funny. Well, I mean, I think it's funny now. I thought it was weird then. His mom's super superstitious, you know what I mean, being the Puerto Rican. She thought throwing change at your sofa was good luck.
This is one I've never heard.
But we had a newborn. I was like throwing the change there. I was like, oh yay.
Like,
but you know what? In reality, it did bring me good luck in the end. And it also brought me like $20 in change that one time when I was broke.
There you go.
But you
going through your cushion.
Right? You totally do prepare in the weirdest ways for relatives,
well,
right?
Yeah, of course. Anytime you're going to have people over, prep for it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing a public speaking event on the 16th of November again.
Ooh,
talking about my life. You know what's funny is I was talking about my life to this lady. I started to cry a little bit. I was like, "Oh my!"
You
life.
had a sad story.
I was
well,
like,
it's
"My
inspiring.
life sucks." I was like, "God, my life kind of sucked." My life doesn't suck now, but
you paid your dues.
Previously, it was like kind of ghetto.
Yeah, you paid some serious dues to get where you're at.
Pig, cow, and bun, November 16th, 6 to 9.
Wait, what is that?
It's called Pig, Cow, Bun.
Pig Cow Bun. Okay.
Right below the Maui Brewing Company in Kihei.
Okay.
And Cornerstone is putting it on. Leynala, I really like this girl. Mm-hmm. She's an entrepreneur, like a mom, starting a business.
Yay.
She's very faith-based. And not only is she helping herself start her business, but she's also teaching other moms how to go out and start businesses.
This
because,
is
you know,
amazing.
we have a lot of fear in starting stuff new. I know you and me even doing this. We were both like,
oh, I know. Our story's so funny. Here we are,
you know
both
what I mean?
like anxiety-stricken moms. Like, I don't think she likes me. I don't think she likes me.
We're gonna be best friends. We don't even know it. And then someday we'll be famous. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're working on it. But you know, I think it's true. A lot of moms want to start new businesses and new ventures, but they don't know how. And we're always looking for like a new idea or a bright this or that. But it's just all about your passion. I think we've realized that just being ourselves. You know what I mean? It works.
Could be pretty profitable,
right?
Someday.
So they are having, and I had the paper here. They're also having another event tonight, right down the street at 312 Alamaha Street, and it's going to be basically a pop-up shop of all different mom businesses. So you'll see the ladies from Tupperware and Lip Sense and Monad hair products and LuLaRoe leggings and all kinds of different places. So it's from 6 to 9 tonight.
Where is that at again?
It's at 312 Alamaha Street. It's right next to Jack's Inn.
Okay.
Right down the street from here.
I know where that is.
So that's really cool. And then there's going to be a holiday dance in Paia for the Puerto Rican Club.
Whoop, whoop, Puerto Rican Club.
You don't have to be a Rican to go.
Oh,
No, you want to do a little salsa dancing.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
I know. They have a great band that comes from the Big Island every year, and they've been doing it for years, and I had a great time when I went.
Well, I want to go.
I know. So it's on November 25th, Saturday, and it's at 401 Baldwin Avenue, and I think it's like in the evening. I don't know. I'll know more information as it comes.
Sweet.
So I thought that was cool.
Down, yeah.
And then, of course, we have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
What else should we talk about? What other news? Oh, we were looking at these articles over here.
Oh,
I
yeah, that's right. I
totally
totally forgot about this.
OJ, oh yeah, we talked about OJ Simpson and all that. I thought that was kind of interesting. But these people, I don't like the Spencer and Heidi.
I cannot stand Spencer and
Heidi. I don't know how they're going to be great parents. They've already wasted a lot of money. I mean, he collects rocks, for God's sake. Did you see him on Wife Swap?
They're a joke.
They were on Wife Swap.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet that's... You know, they are pretty entertaining to watch. Like, there's such a train wreck that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't, like, not watch them.
If I'm not mistaken, they were on Wife Swap with Kate Plus 8.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds like really good TV.
Yes.
I need to find
Have you ever seen Wife Swap?
I think so.
Oh my God, it's like the greatest show ever.
Well, yeah, it's like two different houses, and the moms leave and swap for a whole week.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
We should do a show like that here on Maui.
Oh, we should.
But it should just be a day, because no one wants to take
God,
over someone's life for a week.
That's horrible.
But then they got money at the end.
That's true.
Remember? But then the other family had to decide how they spent it.
I like that. That's a good twist.
So, like, you suck at cleaning, so Molly maids for a year.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of... I was like, oh, wah, wah. That doesn't seem so fun.
That would be really entertaining, though.
I know,
like,
right?
On Maui.
I thought that would be cool, too. And then, you know, everyone just went everywhere for Thanksgiving or for Halloween. They were just acting all Halloween-y.
Yep.
You were in Lahaina. That was really cool.
Yeah.
You'll be doing that next year again and be like, hey.
I'm back.
I'm back on the front street.
Hopefully.
My kid was sick, so we didn't do too much.
Oh, that's right.
Halloween stuff, yep. So
I didn't do too much either, though. I was home by 7.
Really?
No joke.
Uh-huh.
From Lahaina.
And you ate all Coco's candy?
Sure did.
I have
all
candy like hiding. I have coffee jugs, Pringles containers.
Real, that's good.
Yeah, like different things I just have like shoved
in
like in different places.
But what if they want Pringles? And they're like, what? Chocolate in my Pringles?
Those are way up at the top. They're way up at the top where no one else is going to see it.
Sorry, no, Kamila, you cannot have any Pringles.
Nope.
No Pringles.
None for you. Nope. So, moms, we want to thank you guys for always following us. I mean, we've actually been through almost... Has it been a full? It's just been a full year since we've been doing this, right? So we're getting like...
I started a little later then, but...
Yeah, just you only started like 4 months in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we've been doing it for like almost a while. Like,
we're gonna have a year anniversary.
We should have a friend anniversary and a motherhood anniversary. We should.
Another idea.
Too bad we can't drink alcohol on air.
We can't? Well, we can drink coffee.
We could drink coffee. With a little Bailey's in it.
Oh, they'll never know.
They'll never know.
They won't.
We're going to go ahead. I think I'm going to go out to one of these cool mom parody songs that we always do on our show because we just love, we love YouTube. Yep. There's a lot of moms out that are doing different things on blogging and they're doing some fun stuff. So Deva from My Life Suckers is my favorite and she just did the whole Moana song. So here you guys go. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
What we're trying to say is thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, why would I ever?
Okay. I see what's happening here. I'm asking for appreciation and strength. Then know all I do. You're adorable. Well, it's nice to see our kids are all the same. I open my eyes, it's 5 a.m. Yes, it's really me, it's mommy, my day begins. I gave up a lot, my hair, my bod. I do it all for my family squad. What can I say except you're welcome for the toys, the meals, for your life. I do your laundry every day, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary mommy who has 2 boobs and gave you life, who raised you from